Hello, good evening. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Make sure the sound's working right. All right, good deal. I'm gonna wait about another minute or so. It's not quite 8:30. I know I had posted 8:30 start time, so we'll wait about one more minute and we'll get going. We're gonna do 4 boxes tonight, no surprise, as you can see. We've got a pretty nice mix of stuff, I think. 50s to 70s Red Sox, very nice. Where did you get the vintage from? A TCDB train, nice. I haven't I haven't dabbled in vintage much at all myself. I have like I don't know, a box or two full of what I would call vintage cards, or basically cards from, I don't know, pre 1980, I guess, going all the way back to the 50s, and just haven't really sorted through them or decided what I want to do with them. When they come my way, I hoard them. I guess I keep them, but I haven't gone so far as to decide to like collect a set or something. Definitely a set collector at heart, but pretty much all the vintage sets that I like have some very expensive pieces. I don't think I would ever spend that kind of money on, so it's tough. But that's awesome. I also can't do the red sets all the way back through because of Pete Rose. He's basically unaffordable on a lot of the top sets. So yeah, one of the coolest things I got years ago. I wish I could remember who did the contest, but it was on the blog. Somebody did a contest. This could be almost 10 years ago now. But the prize was a custom set where it was one card from each of the top sets, from the very first top set all the way up through, I'll say 2010 or something like that. And if nothing else, I need to go through and update that all the way up to 2023. So that's kind of a cool way to at least dabble in vintage. And then I could swap out some of the cards for cards that I like better or something. I might do something like that. All right, it is now after 8:30, so I was talking about vintage stuff. So let's get going. We've got a lot to get through, and I'm excited for it. So for tonight, first of all, welcome everybody, and we've got 4 boxes to go through. We're going to bust this Bowman Chrome from 1999. I'm pretty excited for this one. I don't really know much about Bowman or Bowman Chrome, so that should be fun. We're going to bust a box of Fleer Focus. I very much like this set. So this one I do know something about. We're going to bust a box of 2022 Topps Chrome, so a fairly new release. I believe this is, it had a name. It had a weird name, like the type of box that it was. But anyways, that's that. And then we also have our second 2009 Upper Deck Series 1 box of the break. We're going to start with this one, and I'm going to go through this one a bit faster this time because we have a lot of base cards to get through. I'm going to turn this light on and see if that helps for this at least. And I know we did bust one box of this already. This was by request, the pair of boxes for Breakers Club, so I did it. A bunch of the boxes, like I said, have been by request this time, which is kind of fun, trying to figure out ways to make it work and in some cases track down some of these boxes. There's an extra piece of tape on this one. Or sticker. I don't remember that last time. It's really on there. Come on. There we go. All right. So like I said, I'm going to go a bit faster through this box this time. This was the box topper that slid out. Just use that for packing material. And then we'll hopefully not spend too long. But we did enjoy the first box of this. There's the empty box before I get that out of there. All right. So this is the third night of Breakers Club. After tonight, we'll have one more. So a full month, basically 4 weeks of Breakers Club. I forget for sure. I feel like we might have 5 boxes for the last week. Tried to divide things up evenly. So I think we do have 5 for the last week. Excuse me. So anyways, that's the plan. Let's see. The oldest rose I have is a 75. Yeah, well, if you're going to have a rose, the 75 is nice. I love the 75 set, so can't go wrong with that. All right, so we're going to go through these. Is that like a spider running across here? Okay. Never mind. I'm distracted. All right, here we go. We got Jose Contreras, Tim Wakefield, John Smoltz, Jim Thome, Jose Valverde, Jay Bruce, Gil Mesh, team leader for the Indians, team checklist, Alfonso Soriano. We have a historic first, Barack Obama. We have a Detroit Pistons. This will just be randomized because it's not going to a specific baseball team. They actually put a team logo on the back of those, but Pistons was not an option. We have a junk card. We have Braves team leader, Derek Jeter season highlight, Clayton Kershaw, Jorge Posada, John Maine, Todd Wellmeyer, Alex Rios, Eric Hinsky, and Vincent Padilla. So you can see I'm not going to read off all the teams just to speed up the process for this box. But we should get 2 relics and 2 autographs, so it should be a fun box. Brandon Lowe, Alexi Ramirez, whoa, coming out of there, Aubrey Huff, Magli Ordonez, James Loney, Carlos Lee, Willie Tavares, Robert Parnell. We have the Royals team leaders. I do like the team leader cards. Pretty nice. We have an A-Rod Yankee Stadium Legacy. This will go to the Yankees. We have a USA Retrospective Brian Duensing. That will get randomized with the other USA cards. Manny Ramirez, Bill Hall. Pretty nice card. Emil Brown, Carlos Delgado, Joe Mauer, Willie Mo Pena, Jake Peavy, Carlos Pena, and Adam Kennedy. So how's everyone doing tonight? People are finding their way into the room. Like I said, if you missed the beginning, we're going to do 4 boxes tonight. This is just the first. Edison Volquez, Hermes Ramirez, Coco Crisp, Randy Johnson, Francisco Rodriguez, Dan Ugla, Joel Zumaya, team checklist for the Angels, Wilkin Castillo. We have a Red Sox, David Ortiz. This is one of the O-Pee-Chee, not parallels, inserts. I do like these. We have a Miami Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes, you got the U down there, so that'll be randomized. Another junk card. David Price rookie for the Rays. We've got Mets team leader. There's Derek Jeter's base card. Pretty nice for number 2. Jeff Jenkins, Brad Ziegler, Ray Durham, Benji Molina for the Giants, Hank Blaylock, and Chad Cordero. I barely got here in time. I cooked dinner, and then I do a lot of grilling, especially in the summer. So I did that first tonight, and then decided that it would be a good idea to go for a run. And I just started running again. I hate running. Let's be clear. Let's start there. I hate running. But also, when you get older, your metabolism doesn't work as well as it used to, and I still like to eat. That didn't go away, so I have tried to, at least in the warmer weather, start running again. So this was the third day in a row that I ran, so it really just started. The weather finally broke here in Pennsylvania to be warm enough to, be tolerable for me. So yeah, I had to literally race back to get here in time. So we had Kerry Wood to start this pack, Tim Hudson, Juan Uribe, Brennan Backey, Miguel Cabrera, John Garland, Travis Hefner. We have a Astros team leader, season highlight Manny Ramirez. We've got a Max Stassi, 18 and under. We have a documentary. This one going to the Dodgers. You can see clearly labeled for the team, which is nice. Team checklist for the Pirates. Alfredo Aceves for the Yankees, rookie. Nick Evans, Juan Pierre, Ramon Castro, Jack Wilson, Aaron Rowand, Trevor Hoffman, and Jose Lopez. So yeah, I ran today. I'm pretty tired. So I'm hoping for some excitement for tonight's break, just to kind of keep my my energy levels high, right? We got Kevin Youkilis, Eric Burns, Mark DeRosa, Daniel Cabrera, Hanley Ramirez, Darren Erstad, Mark Tien, Victor Martinez. We have a team checklist, Joe Mauer. We have a historic first predictor, life revealed on another planet. That's a weird looking card. Hey, Ben. I have a Nolan Ryan for the Rangers. You can clearly see Rangers and Texas logo on the back. And we have our first hit of the box. It is a dual relic auto, numbered out of only 99 for the Marlins. Josh Willingham. That's not bad at all. Going to Miami. So there's our first hit of the box. That's what the back looks like. Very nice. For the Twins team leader, Ichiro checklist, Phil Hughes Yankees, Jimmy Rollins Phillies, Houston Street, Ricky Weeks, BJ Upton, Matt Cain, and Cesar is Torres. Ben got here just in time for Nolan Ryan. You're welcome, Ben. I waited. Just kidding. We're going to do 4 boxes tonight. So this is box 1 for those that are just finding their way in right now. Johnny Cueto, Julio Lugo, Adam Dunn as a Diamondback, Nick Swisher, Luke Hochevar, Placido Polanco, Nick Aidenhart, Aaron Cunningham. We got a team leader for the Cubs. We have a Yankee Stadium legacy of Derek Jeter. I'm guessing those are the more valuable from the Yankee Stadium legacy set. Was Houston Street an A's card? What pack was that in? I'll look back through in a second. We have Nolan Fontana, Team USA, and our second hit, also number out of 99 for the Dodgers, James Loney, triple relic, triple swatch. LAD, that's an awesome looking relic, honestly. Very cool. Going to the Dodgers. Who is the Dodgers? Jordan. Jordan has the Dodgers. Going to you, my friend. We have Josh Whitesell, team leader for the Rays. Andre Ethier, Levon Hernandez, Joba Chamberlain, Ryan Domet, Ian Kinsler for Texas, Elijah Dukes, and Rocco Baldelli. All right, the Houston Street card was a question on which team. Houston Street was for the A's. Yes, found it. Camera doesn't want to focus on it, but there it is. All right. Not bad at all so far. Next pack, Chipper Jones, Jonathan Papelbon, Gavin Floyd, Michael Bourne, Aaron Cook, Garrett Anderson, Jeff Baker, team checklist for the Astros, Fernando Perez. We have another baseball, Jacob Turner. We have a World History Operation Desert Storm, jump card. Season highlight, Jim Thome, Andy Chavez, Mariano Rivera, Ryan Howard, Jonathan Broxton, Jose Vidro, Josh Bard, Evan Longoria, and Albert Pujols. Super Gadget says, Houston Street was a Longhorn autograph my mitt at a AAA game. Oh, that's cool. Boy, I haven't been to a minor league game in a while. The closest one to me, Major League Baseball, it's in Williamsport. They got rid of the minor league team there. Now it's like I don't even know what they call the league, but like it's like where kids play that want to get drafted. I hope to get drafted, and I went to one of those games, and the quality of baseball was very low. It was actually kind of hard to watch. So not impressed by what I saw there, and I haven't been back. Bronson Arroyo, John Lester, Tom Glavine, Joe Creedy, Joakim Soria, Jeremy Bonderman, Jeff Kent. We have a team leader for the A's, the Athletics, Cust Eveland, and Kurt Suzuki. There's a trio of names you don't hear a lot. Brewers team checklist. We've got a Rivals. I'll have to randomize this in just a moment. So we'll just put that aside for a second. We have a documentary card going to the Dodgers. A junk card. Indians team checklist. Dexter Fowler, rookie. J.J. Hardy. Mike Pelfrey for the Mets. Nick Blackburn. Jason Giambi. Nate McLeod. Vernon Wells. And Eric Bedard. All right, so let's quickly randomize this. We had one of these in the last box too. We're going to make it easy. If it's an odd number, it's going to go to the Cubs. If it's an even number, it's going to go to the Brewers. And all I'm going to do is just roll this die right here. Let's see if I put it back there, you'll be able to see it. So odd goes to the Cubs, even to the Brewers. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't, there it is. It's a 1. That's an odd number. So this will go to the Cubs. Let me make a quick note of that so that I don't forget. Otherwise, I'll have to rewatch my own video to double check that. Okay. Let's put that over there, I guess. Cubs. That's going to Ben. So, Ben, you're the proud owner of that Rivals card now. The Rivals cards are pretty shiny. I do like those. All right, next pack. Casey Kochman, Ryan Theriot, Orlando Hudson, Tony Pena, Jason Grilli, Howie Kendrick, Nate Robertson. We have a team leader for the Blue Jays, a team checklist for the Phillies, historic predictor Dow Jones reaches 15,000 points. Nolan Ryan for the Rangers, another Nolan Ryan. I think that's the same one as last time, is it? Where did the other Nolan Ryan go? Nope, not the same one. Weird to get 2 of them, but George Coteras, rookie for Boston. Corey Hart. There's nice Frank Thomas for the A's. I like that card. Pat Neshek, Brian Schneider, Matt Garza, BJ Ryan, Barry Zito, and Matt Capps. Dow Jones is 33,042.78 today. Thank you, Adam, for the update there. How times have changed. Yes. Yeah, let's see what they say here. Upper Deck was guessing oil prices falling. The Dow Jones could possibly break 15,000 points for the first time in history. Recent official reports show its current recession started in 2007. And consumers, great and small, are anxiously awaiting the return of bull to lead us to an economic milestone. So talking about a recession then, we've had plenty of talk about recessions lately. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Isn't that what they say? Ted Lilly. Yeah, breaking 10,000 was a big deal. Then 15, 20, 25, 30, all the nice round numbers. Dustin Pedroia, Jeff Francoeur, Brian Anderson, Ryan Spilborals, Joe Saunders, Fausto Camara, Travis Snyder, rookie, team leader for the Phillies, Hideki Matsui, Yankee Stadium legacy, Matt Stassi, Again, oh, there's our next hit going to the Royals. We've got a game jersey, Alex Gordon. It's only a single bit of relic bit, but at least it's a nice royal blue. So I do like that. That's going to Doublebrook as the Royals. I do like that one. Pretty nice. We should still have one more hit in here. Team leader for the Orioles, which should be an autograph. Albert Pujols, team checklist, Ben Sheets, Brad Penny, Mike Mussina, Kurt Suzuki, Kenji Johima, Marlon Byrd, and Yadi Molina. A lot of catchers in that pack. Ben Moore says there are 20 Nolan Ryans in the 20th anniversary set. All right, well, I guess I don't know. It's such a ridiculous set. The idea was kind of cool, but I don't know. Hideki Okajima for Boston, Adam Jones, Aaron Harang, Josh Willingham with like a NASCAR ad, but it looks like he's about to get run over by a car. Johnny Peralta, David DeJesus, Curtis Granderson. Season highlights for the Boston Red Sox, J.D. Drew. Team checklist for the Orioles. We've got another one of those O-Pee-Chee inserts, this time going to the Rays. Good colors on that one. We have U.S. flag desecration, world history. And another one of those. Connor Gillespie, I don't know. Rockies team leader, Prince Fielder, Delman Young, Pedro Martinez for the Mets, Dustin McGowan, Edwin Jackson, J.J. Putz, and Khalil Green. Whew, a lot of cards in this box, but good fun. I think having 4 hits does help. Like I said, I like to have at least a couple of boxes that have lots of base cards spread out across all the teams, so I think it's good. Mark Kotze, Mark Reynolds, Jacoby Ellsbury, Rich Hill, Russell Martin. I also miss the days when Upper Deck could use logos. Roy Oswalt, Ubaldo Jimenez, Jared Weaver. I guess I should just say I miss Upper Deck. James Parr. Oh, we've got a mini OPG. These were fairly rare, if I'm not mistaken. John Smoltz for the Braves, but he's just a little guy. Going to Atlanta, going to Jackal 726, aka Jason. Another Dodger documentary. Junk card. Want to fly away. A's team checklist. Casey McGahee, Derek Barton, Melky Cabrera, Jamie Moyer, the ageless one, Craig Monroe, Matt Stairs, Brian Giles, and Adrian Beltre. You guys will have to keep me updated on the I guess Super Gadget will have to keep me updated, in particular on the Reds Boston game. When I started this video, the Reds were ahead 1-0, but I don't have it on because it's too distracting when I'm doing this. Clay Buchholz, Derek Lee, Nick Markakis, Randy Wolf, Scott Olson, J.R. Towles, Brian Fuentes, Will Venable, rookie for the Padres, team leader for the Marlins, historic first female to be promoted to U.S. 4-star general. Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. That one's going to Seattle. Pretty cool card. I like that one. Another junk card. We've got Pirates team leader, Chipper Jones checklist, Eric Chavez, Ryan Church, Michael Kadire, Johnny Gomes, Adam Wainwright, Christian Guzman, and Jesse Litch. What do we got here? 3 more packs for this box. And we got 3 more boxes. I think we'll do the Bowman Chrome next. How's that sound? All right. AJ Pierzynski, Stephen Drew, David Ortiz, Carlos Zambrano, Sean Figgins, Luis Gonzalez, Franklin Gutierrez, Joey Gathright, Ken Griffey Jr. season highlight for the Reds. We got a Johnny Damon Yankee Stadium legacy. U.S. retrospective of Kevin Jepsen, Joker. Chris Lambert, team leaders for the Nationals. CC Sabathia, Brett Myers, Greg Maddux for the Dodgers, Justin Morneau, Akinori Iwamura for the Rays, Ronnie Belliard, and Jared Saltiamakia. Reds are now 2-0. Thank you. Appreciate the update. The Reds are on a really tough stretch of their schedule. And the Reds aren't very good, but they've been playing a lot better lately. If they can somehow make it through this tough schedule, they might actually have a fighting chance this year, which would surprise me. I'm not going to lie. But their young guys are picking up the pace and fun to watch, actually. Chad Tracy, Luke Scott, Jermaine Dye, Kelly Johnson, Ryan Friel, Alex Gordon, Armando Galarraga, Miguel Cabrera team checklist, Freddie Sandoval as an Angel. We have another O-Pee-Chee card, this one being full-sized, Joe Mauer for the Twins. We've got Comiskey Park, ends 80-year run in Chicago. The little windmill things that they had. Closed in 1990, demolished in 1991. Team checklist, Josh Hamilton, Matthew Tuisopa, I'm sure I mispronounced that one, Luis Castillo, Robinson Cano, Shane Victorino, Chris Young, Rick Ankiel, Fred Lewis, and Freddie Sanchez. And one last pack for this. There should be a hit in here. I do promise 4, although maybe not because I see a junk card. Ryan Dempster, Melvin Mora, Brandon Webb, Gary Matthews, Lance Berkman, Marcus Thames, Matt Kemp, Brewers team leader, team checklist for the White Sox. We've got a documentary for the Phillies. Gas prices plummet to 99 cents per gallon. There's a historic first predictor that did not pan out. Yeah. We have a junk card. Rangers team leader, Josh Dersher for the A's, Joe Blanton, Jason Kendall, Andy Pettit, Tim Lincecum, Vladimir Ballantyne, Michael Young, and Braden Looper closes us out. So we actually only ended up with 3 hits. We should have had 4. We lost an autograph. But at least of what we got, very nice. Those triple swatches are pretty rare, so there we go. The world is unpredictable. Yeah, it was a bold prediction. Gas was like $4 a gallon back then. And I know that because I was doing a lot of traveling around that time between work and graduate school. And it cost me an awful lot of money that I did not have. Adam says, Upper Deck was 100% accurate on their celebrity marriages that would end in disaster. Yeah, I know what cards you're referring to. I forget what they called those, like celebrity predictors or something. Yeah. All right. Well, that's one box down. I'm just cleaning that up. Let's get that out of there. And let me move this out of the way. Which box I say I was going to do next? Bowman, right? Bowman Chrome, 1999, Series 1, which makes me think there's probably a Series 2, although sometimes, I might be able to just rip this right off. Sometimes they say Series 1 and then they never make a Series 2. So, but I think there is 2 series for this one. All right, so this is a hobby box. See there? Randomly inserted refractors, Bowman International, Bowman Gold, Scout's Choice, Diamond Aces, and refractors of all inserts and parallels. So all sorts of stuff. We've got some really vintagey looking packs. I'm just going to stack them all up. And we have a piece of cardboard in here with absolutely nothing underneath. Let's just put that back for now. All right, so first of all, let's show you how poorly these packs age. Now, you might not be able to tell on my camera because of the light shining on it, but these do not look particularly inviting in terms of packs anymore. But they do give you the odds. So Chrome Refractors are 1 in 12 packs. Chrome Internationals are 1 in 4. Chrome International Parallels are 1 in 76. Chrome Gold, 1 in 12. Gold Refractors 1 in 305. Scout's Choice 1 in 12. Scratch Choice Refractor 1 in 48. Diamond Aces 1 in 21. And Diamond Aces Refractors are 1 in 84. So pretty decent chance to get something. Oh, we have an update in the Reds game. Reds up 3-0. I will take that. Super Gadget probably less happy than I am, but I appreciate it. All right, so here we go. I might need to turn this light off for this box. That might be a little bit better. We've got Luis Rivera for the Braves. We've got Alex Hernandez for the Pirates. We've got a little bit of sticking there. Dan Reichart for the Royals. And we have Scout's Choice right away for the Braves, Bruce Chen. Try to get a good look at each of those. So they're only 4-card packs, so I don't think I've ever opened a pack of this stuff. I know I didn't buy it back in the day. We have Brent Butler for the Cardinals. Brad Penny for the Diamondbacks. You will get some guys that you've heard of, but oftentimes for teams that you don't associate them with. Juan Encarnacion for the Tigers. And Troy Cameron for the Braves. You also get guys that you maybe have not heard of. That's Bowman for you. I said I've never been huge on the Bowman brand. There are very few Bowman anything type sets that I've collected. I have collected a couple, but not very many. Scott Ellerton for Houston. We've got Scott Schoenweiss for the Angels. And stuck to the back of him is Mike Lincoln for the Twins. And then we've got Ricardo Aramolis for the Yankees. But I like this card because of the palm trees. See the palm trees in the background? It's my favorite one so far. Adam says, Brent Butler, Rockies infielder. I know Brett Butler, but not Brent Butler. Okay, next pack. Chuck Abbott for the Angels. Milton Bradley for the Expos. Not the same as the board game company. We've got Ryan Mills for the Twins. Sort of an odd photo. And Brian Simmons for the White Sox. Triple L Supreme says, I only remember the Bowman cards from the early 90s, which were larger than normal. Any card I collected back then had the top bent from not fitting in any sheets. Yup. You're exactly right. And that was where my dislike of Bowman started. I was just a kid then, and my dad bought me a few packs, and he bought me a pack or two of Bowman, and I distinctly remember disliking them because you're right. They were just slightly oversized from a normal size. And I get what they were going for. They were trying to do it like the original Bowman cards in the original size. But, you know, sometimes you got to modernize. And that was just annoying. So I'm with you. And I think that's where I started kind of hating Bowman. Joe Lawrence for the Blue Jays. We didn't actually look at the card backs, though. That's what your card back looks like for kind of your standard base card. You know, scouting report's kind of nice, I guess. Pat Klein for the Cubs. Might be fun to go back and read those about guys that actually ended up doing well. Nate Cornejo for the Tigers. And Adrian Beltre for the Dodgers. So there's someone that did well. Power, speed, arm strength, defensive agility, and abundance. Low ball hitter who mauls fastballs, aggressive. That's what it says there. Seems fair, given what I know of Beltre. These packs are. Wait, kind of mauled this one. It ripped when I was trying to open it, but you can actually like see like through the foil, like that. That's the front. That's the back. Like, they're just kind of disintegrated. They're not that old. Mark Osborne for the Diamondbacks. We've got Kevin Witt for the Blue Jays. For the Yankees, Andy Brown. I had a friend in high school or middle school called Andy Brown. It's not that guy, though. And Chuck Knobloch for the Yankees. I suppose Andy Brown is not a super rare name. Okay, for the Braves, Dallas Perez. Cubs get Jeff Yoder. The Mets get Scott Hunter, rookie card. And really stuck to the back of this one. Trying to separate it. It's Cole Liniak is who's stuck to the back, but they're like very stuck. There we go. All right, we got it. Cole Liniak for the Red Sox. I don't actually notice any damage to the cards. They just, some of them just stick pretty much. Oh, Ben. Unfortunately, you're not wrong. Ben says, not that old, he says, as he opens cards older than his students. Yes, I teach college kids, and yes, these are older than them. So, yes, you're right. I was just thinking about that the other day. Actually, yesterday. I said I've started running again and really feeling my age. And I don't know if it's in part maybe because of my job. Like, I'm surrounded by, kids that basically don't age. Like, I mean, the kids change, but the people that I am with and working with every year are somewhere between the ages of, let's say, 17 and 22. And it's that way every single year. So they generally keep me feeling younger. But then sometimes things hit me, like running yesterday and running out of oxygen after 2 miles or whatever it was. Like, yeah, you're not that young anymore. Anyways, Chris Haas for the Cardinals. We've got Matt LaCroix for the Twins. I have to bend these just a little bit to separate them. Carlos Feebles for the Royals. I do remember him. And for the Angels, Chuck Finley. Andrew says the Andy Brown was the dad in Everwood. I don't think I even know what Everwood is, which, probably says more about me than anyone else. Ben Moore says the older I get, the more they stay the same. That's true. Kurt Schilling, Phillies. Chipper Jones for the Braves. And I like his signature there because his actual name is Larry, but he signed it Larry Wayne, Chipper in parentheses, Jones. Nate Bump for the Giants, and Alex Gonzalez for Miami. Well, Florida at the time. Came on after Seventh Heaven, the Sister Watch at WB show. Okay. I don't think I know a single thing that was on the WB, so I don't feel bad. Travis Lee, Diamondbacks. Pedro Martinez, there we go, for Boston. Nice Pedro card. Well, I got separated. But before I do that, let's go to the one that is loose. Rick Elder for the Orioles. And on the back of Mr. Pedro Martinez is somebody. Who's this guy? Marlon Anderson. I know Marlon Bird. For the Phillies. Marlon Anderson. Don't remember that name either. There's probably a lot of good blog posts in this box if I look up some of these guys and what they're doing now. Ben Grieve for the Athletics. Greg Maddux for the Braves. Francisco Seganol for the Expos. And I think our first red, Austin Kearns. Austin Kearns was supposed to be so good. And the Reds did that big trade with the Nationals, and basically every single guy that both teams traded kind of fizzled out. It's like this big blockbuster deal that ended up just doing nothing. Darren Erstad, Angels. Amari Garcia for the Marlins. We'll separate that in a second. We've got Robert Fick, the coastline there behind him for the Tigers. I do believe the ones with the landscape like that are the Parallels. Could be wrong. I think that's correct. And on the back of Amari is Gil Mesh for the Mariners, but trying to separate. There we go. There's Mr. Gil Mesh. Hey, Kevin. Kevin says sorry it was late. It's loud. I was almost late today. That's less allowed, I suppose. Ruben Rivera, Padres. Hey, on cue, a Met. Terrence Long for the Mets. We've got Chu Freeman for the Rockies and Darnell McDonald for the Orioles. Yep, video is always available on demand, so should be able to find it under my YouTube channel. I think you have to go to like live feeds or something. Yes, Adam has confirmed that the palm tree ones are the international parallels from the country the player is from. Thank you. David Justice for the Indians. J.M. Gold for the Brewers. Mike Zawicka for the Rangers. And Alex Ramirez for the Indians. Terrence Long I've heard of. There's a lot of guys in this box I haven't heard of, but I have heard of Terrence Long. Nathan Haynes, there's a guy I haven't heard of for the A's. Ryan Glynn. Okay, now we're 2 for 2 on guys I haven't heard of. That's going to the Rangers. Nick Johnson for the Yankees. All right, we've heard of him. And Ken Griffey Jr. That's a parallel. The Liberty Bell, I guess, in the background. So we got the parallel Griffey. That's probably going to be the hit of the box. Now and then. Griffey Jr. That's a beautiful card. I really like that card. I like that for my collection. I might have to seek that one out. I wonder if it's on like TCDB for trade from anyone. Pretty cool. My favorite card so far from this box, even if it's not a red. Rod Barajas for the Diamondbacks. Roy Halladay for the Blue Jays. Ryan Brannon for the Phillies. And Darrell Ward for Houston. Well, we have a refractor. Let's do the refractor because I saw Mike Lincoln for the Twins. Refractor. Refractor is pretty rare in this box. There we go. Going to Minnesota. That's going to Iowa State Bison. Pretty nice refractor. All right. Rusty Greer, Rangers. Gary Sheffield, Dodgers. And for the Mets, Alex Escobar. I do wish these team logos were a little easier to read. Either make them a little larger or, I don't know, a little bit bigger would be appreciated. Oh, we have a serial numbered card in this pack. We'll get there. First, though, Jason Kendall for Pittsburgh. And we've got Jason LaRue for the Reds. Behind him is Julio Ramirez for the Marlins. And then we've got another international parallel, but this time a refractor numbered out of 100. Number 7 out of 100. Jason Rakers for Cleveland. Going to M. Dizzle. Marcus, there you go. Very nice. Nice surprise right there. Oh, we have an update on the Griffey on TCDV already. The International has 2 in collection and 47 on wants. 1 has for sale for trade. Wonder if the chances are that I match up with that one person. And it needs this. I am woefully bad at scanning cards for TCDB. I feel bad about it for how much I use the site. But honestly, by the time I scan, if I write for a blog post, and then I have to get all these boxes sorted, and I just don't have the time or the energy. But I really should. I should scan more than I do for sure. Oh, there's a typo. No one has one for sale trade. It's only 2 in collection. Those must be pretty rare then. Tony Clark for Detroit. Matt Williams for the Diamondbacks. Mike Frank for the Reds. He didn't pan out. And what is this? Scout's Choice, Calvin Pickering for the Orioles. This is a refractor. There you can see the light shining on that nicely. Refractor for Baltimore. Baltimore. Going to Super Gadget. There you go. Not a Red Sox, but nice refractor. I don't know if the scouts were right on picking Pickering, but such is the life of Bowman. Okay, who we got here? Andrew Jones for the Braves. Jason Grilli for the Giants. Glenn Davis for the Dodgers. This is another parallel. I guess all the ones from the U.S. have the Liberty Bell in the background. I think that's what I'm looking at there. Player actually blocks most of the image. And we've got Ruben Mateo, Diamond Aces. Ruben Mateo going to the Rangers. Kind of a cool card. All right. Cards even stick to the pack wrappers. Shane Reynolds, Houston. Jose Guillen, Pittsburgh. Caesar King for the Rangers, and another refractor going to the Angels, Chuck Abbott. Not numbered, but that is a refractor going to the Angels. The Angels, Peach Pits. Michael, there you go. And what do we got left? 3 more packs here. Ben Morris, the International Pug, has 2 for trade. Time to make an offer they can't refuse. Well, wait 3 more packs. Maybe we'll pull one. Is he in this series? Jeff Shaw for the Dodgers. Jose Cruz Jr. for the Blue Jays. We've got a Josh McKinley for the Expos. And Michael Barrett also for the Expos. This is a regular scout choice, not the refractor version. I have my trading sources on TCGB have kind of run dry lately. I have one trade that got lost in the mail that should be headed my way. And other than that, I don't really have anything going on there. I have a few offers out that people just don't respond to. Jeff King, Royals. Mike Mussina, Orioles. Aramis Ramirez for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And stuck to the back of him is Jarrett Wright for the Indians with the beach in the background. So that's a parallel. Parallel is probably one of the better names. All right, last pack for this box. Bernie Williams for the Yanks. Eric Karros, Dodgers. Juan Mello for the Padres. And our last card is Jack Cresand for Boston. All right, Ben, go ahead and make that offer for over on TCDB. I did not pull you the parallel. The Griffey, I don't know if I saved the Griffey, but I might have left it in the stack of cards. But the Griffey was my favorite, for sure. My personal favorite card in that box. I don't know. What do you think of Bowman Chrome? Is Bowman something you want to see more of in Breakers Club? Just because it's not a personal favorite of mine doesn't mean other people can't like it. We've got 2 boxes left. Let's do the newest one. Let's do the Topps Chrome here. And then we'll do the Fleer Focus last. All right. This, we should have 4 exclusive black and white Ray Wave parallels per box. just like the last box, get a piece of cardboard underneath. Nothing there. Just a, and what's the point of this? Look how thin that is. Like, that's not doing anything. What are you doing, Topps? All right. Yeah, Sonic, thank you. That was the, I knew it had a weird name. I couldn't remember. Chrome Sonic. All right, Ben clocks in on the positive for Bowman. Says it's nice as a team collector. You get a lot of guys you haven't heard of, or at least we pulled a lot that I hadn't heard of. Hopefully this box we have lots of guys we have heard of. So this is the 2022 Topps Chrome. Pretty new release though. We start with the Phillies, Matt Vierling, Luis Robert for the White Sox, Matt Chapman for the A's, and Luis Gil rookie for the Yankees. Kind of your standard card backs. They do say Chrome underneath the card number though. So that's something. Topps now releases so many sets that are so similar that it, wow, that pack did not open nicely at all. I don't know what they were doing with that. Okay, JD Martinez for Boston, Javier Baez, Detroit. We've got our first refractor. Doesn't say refractor, but it definitely is a refractor. Lance Lynn for the White Sox. Look at the shine on that one. And Duran Duran for Boston, rookie. And next up, we've got Alexander Wells for the Orioles, Trevor Larnach for the Twins, Trey Mancini, Orioles, Francisco Lindor for the Mets, and we've got one of the fancy Ray Wave parallels or whatever they call those. Black and white Ray Wave parallels. We should get 4 of them. They're exclusive to this particular type of box. And our first one is Jose Berrios for the Blue Jays. They're not numbered. They're pretty sweet looking. How's that Red Sox Reds game coming? It's gotta be almost done. Josh Donaldson, Twins. Kato Marte, Diamondbacks. What is this? We have a Seiya Suzuki Youthquake. Rookie for the Cubs. It's kind of a cool card. Obviously, I do no research, knowing ahead of time what to expect from these things. And Cedric Mullins for the Orioles. Next pack. It's weird going from those upper deck packs that had so many cards in each pack to these. The last 2 boxes had very few cards per pack. We've got Trey Turner for the Dodgers, Bo Bichette for Toronto. We have a, what I would call an X-Fractor, Max Muncy. Doesn't actually say anything on the back, but got that like weird design there for the Dodgers. And Alex Kirilloff for the Twins. All right, the Reds game is still 3-0. Card 100% B from 99. That's true. Seiya. Brandon Marsh, Angels. Bryce Harper for the Phillies. This seems like a refractor, I think. Looks like it's refracting. We have a Green Wave parallel. This is numbered. Luis Robert going to the White Sox, numbered out of 34 out of 99 up in the corner there. Going to the White Sox. Who is the White Sox? Doublebrook. Ted. Very nice one for your collection. And Pavin Smith for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, the refractors are... All right, so we've got the previous one was a prism refractor. We're saying X-Fractor has an actual X pattern. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, there's too many. I don't pretend to know. Max Scherzer, Mets. Curtis Terry, Twins. Nick Castellanos as a red. Feels outdated. Trevor Rogers, Marlins. And another one of those Ray Wave parallels. Going to the Rangers this time. Corey Seager. Black and white. They're pretty nice in hand. The design more or less kind of fades out where the player is. Not entirely, but it's almost like it's in the background of the player, which is kind of a cool effect. If someone built a whole set of those, it would look pretty sweet, but at only 4 per box. Good luck. That'd be a task. Again, with a pack that just doesn't want to cooperate in opening. Let's try it this way. There we go. Rodolfo Castro for Pittsburgh. Trevor Story for the Rockies. Blake Snell for San Diego. And Loris Gurriel Jr. for Toronto. 4-0 Reds. They're just pouring on. Sure, the Reds' offense has been a lot better lately. Their pitching has not been great, but the offense has been good. Max Muncy for the Dodgers. We've got a refractor, just a regular refractor, I do believe. Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. Guess if you're going to get a refractor, that's a good one to get. And then we've got some other kind of refractor. What are we calling those? The Wave? Joe Adell for the Angels. He hasn't quite made it yet. And Chris Bryant for the Giants finishes that one off. All right. Hyun-Jin Ryu, Toronto. Patrick Wisdom, Rookie Cup for the Cubs. DJ LeMahieu for the Yanks. And rookie Chas McCormick for Houston. Prism refractor. There it is. I've already forgotten. So many. Joey Votto for my Reds. It's a shame to see him just disappear, but oh well. Age gets us all. Alec Bohm, Phillies. Franmil Reyes for Cleveland. We have a Yadi Molina. And our next Ray Wave is Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. Pretty nice one there. 8-0 Reds. Oh my. I did not see that coming. Barrero hit a grand slam. He'd be the last one I would expect to hit a grand slam. He has not been playing very well. Joe Musgrove, Padres. Luis Garcia. This is a refractor for Houston. Got another Youthquake. George Kirby for Seattle. And Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Yeah, I've been guessing a long time before I would have guessed Barrero doing much good. German Marquez for the Rockies. Buster Posey, Giants. Zach Greinke, Houston. Shane Baz, Tampa Bay. Yeah, I get the notifications too. Going to my phone, I can feel my pocket buzzing at times, but where my phone's sitting. But I can't have it on the desk because, again, I get too distracted and it's noisy. Kyle Seager, Mariners. Carlos Correa, Astros. John Lester, Cardinals. Jose Siri, rookie for Houston. 2 more packs. Jackson Kowar for Kansas City. We've got a refractor. Paul Goldschmidt, that's nice for St. Louis. We have a prism refractor, we're saying. Jesus Luzardo for the Marlins. Jack Flaherty for the Cardinals, the only non-parallel in this pack. And then we got a black and white Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. There you go. That's probably the pull of the box right there, even though it's not serially numbered. I imagine that'll be pretty valuable down the line, assuming Ohtani keeps up what he's been doing. Guy's a beast. And we finish off this pack with Tyler Glasnow for the Rays, Yoan Moncada for the White Sox. Oh boy. That's beautiful. For the Royals, Salvador Perez. This is numbered out of 299. Purple and yellow. Don't know what it's called. Maybe it's blue and yellow. Hard to tell. It looks purple to me. But it's a gorgeous looking card. I really like that one. That's my favorite parallel yet. Salvi Perez for the Royals. There's Kansas City. You'd think I could remember by now, but I can't. And then I can't even find them on my list. Oh, Doublebrook. Ted has Kansas City. Yeah, that's beautiful. We've got agreement in the chat. Or maybe they're talking about the Ohtani still. The Ohtani was also nice. But I really like that one. Adam tells me Sonic Refractor. I'll go with it. Boy, saving that for the last pack. It also feels a little thicker than the rest of them for whatever that's worth. And our last card not to be left out, Wilson Contreras for the Cubs. Purple yellow Sonic Refractor. Okay, well that makes sense because it's purple and yellow. Does that mean there are other color combinations of Sonic Refractors? I kind of hate to ask that question. I'm going to guess the answer is yes. Let's see what the pack wrapper says. Purple, yellow Sonic Pulse. There's aqua pink Sonic Pulses. Aqua, oh my god, there's just so many. It's ridiculous. I'm not reading the rest. The answer is there's lots of other ones. That's the short story. All right, one more box for tonight. And then, like I said, we'll have one more night next week. If all goes well on my end, anyhow. I did post. Ben was too many to type. Yeah, you're right. I started to read them. It was too many to read. I did post on the Discord for those that are interested. Just feeling out if people would want to do a group break for the new Heritage, 2023 Heritage that just came out. I'd be willing to do that if there was enough interest. I'm not sure that there is enough interest, but if you are interested, maybe leave a comment there. If we can get enough people, we could do that. I'm not sure what boxes are running right now. Based on the tepid responses I've seen so far, it would probably have to be a buy one team, get one team kind of thing, because I don't think there's any way I'm selling all 30 teams. But if you're interested, if that's something you want with the newer stuff. The other thing, honestly, though, with the new stuff, if you're someone that like doesn't mind waiting, especially with Heritage, I feel like probably in like December, probably will be able to get a box of Heritage for $30 less than what it is now. I mean, unless there's just some kind of rookie in there that just goes haywire. I feel like Heritage in particular, same with flagship tops, honestly. They start pretty high, but they often come down. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. All right, we've got Lee Stevens for the Rangers. This is our final box, our Fleer Focus. Excuse me, Focal Points, Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Juan Encarnacion, Detroit. Edgar Renteria, Cardinals. Orlando Hernandez, Yankees. Jay Bell, Diamondbacks. Rondell White, Expos. Todd Walker, Twins. I always like this card design. The players are like, there's a different texture than the rest of the card. You might be able to see it in the light, kind of. It's raised up just a little bit. And then I really like the hat for the team thing. So, Raul Mondesi, Blue Jays, and Troy O'Leary for the Red Sox. Super Gadgets, so collector store in Missouri has a great sales in November. I've never even heard of Collector Store. Do they have an online presence? I'll have to look into them. Carl Pavano, Expos. A-Rod, Mariners. Desi Relford, Phillies. JT Snow, Giants. Albert Bell, Orioles. Ismael Valdez, Cubs. Aaron Seeley, Mariners. Brady Anderson, Orioles. Kevin Young, Pirates. And Greg Vaughn for the Devil Rays. That's also... I hate Collector Store users taxing me as I run my box account if I don't buy direct. Okay. Yeah, I've never even heard of them, to be honest. I usually buy everything from Dave and Adams, mostly, especially with new stuff, because they're closest to me geographically. So I usually get boxes on release day, even though I have to order them, which is nice, especially for group breaks. Dante Bichette for the Reds. And behind him, we have a Focus Pocus, Kyle Ripken Jr. Shiny. That's a beautiful card. Kind of reminiscent of Pacific, which I say is a positive, because I like a lot of Pacific stuff. Kyle Ripken. Yeah, I'll have to look at the card. I'm gonna actually write it down so that I don't forget. I can bookmark that and use them to look at stuff. David Adams, like I said, for new stuff, they're usually pretty good. One thing I don't like with them is if you order a bunch of stuff, and even if one thing is a pre-order, they don't ship the rest of the stuff, so that's annoying. But yeah, they are closest, so geographically speaking. All right, Royals, Jeremy Giambi, Jeff Cirillo, Rockies, Desi Relaford, Phillies, Trevor Hoffman, Padres, Kenny Lofton, Indians, Roberto Alomar, Indians, Kurt Schilling, Phillies, and behind him is Sammy Sosa, Cubs, and a lot of star players from the time. I don't have much luck with Steel City, Ben. I've tried through them maybe once or twice, and I don't remember what my issue was anymore, to be honest with you. This was years ago now, but it didn't work out. Yeah, David Adams is maybe 2 hours away from me, 2.5. So they're closer than Steel City. Nefi Perez, Rockies, Ryan Rupee, Rays, Derek Lee, Marlins, John Olerud, Mariners, Chuck Knobloch, Yankees, Kenny Rogers, Rangers, Torrey Hunter, Twins, Ryan Klesko, Padres, JD Drew, Cardinals, Justin Thompson, Rangers. The other thing that's like kind of nice / kind of annoying about David Adams is they have like I don't know what they call like a rewards club or something. So, you buy boxes and you get points and blah, blah, blah. But I haven't actually seen, other than like the slightest discount that I think everyone gets if you just sign up. I haven't really seen anything come of that. And maybe I'm just not buying nearly the amount that they require for any sort of discount, but I don't really know what their deal is there. But I don't think the reward program is particularly good. And they also advertise free gift with every order over, I forget what it is, $199 or something like that, I think. But also those are almost always useless anymore. They rarely have anything that I really can use. David Wells, Blue Jays. Orber Morano for the Royals. I do not remember him. Edgar Martinez, Mariners. Eric Chavez, Athletics. David Justice, Indians. Travis Fryman, Indians. Travis Lee, Diamondbacks. Behind him is Erubio Durazo for the Diamondbacks and Troy Gloss for the Angels. Yeah, I mean, I like the free gifts, especially if I can use them for group breaks just to pad out things. I think last year I did a lot of like free pack giveaways, and those often came from the freebies. But the last couple of orders I've done, they don't even have like baseball card packs anymore, hardly. It's usually like football or something like that I don't collect football, and I don't do group breaks for football, so they're kind of useless for me personally. Oh, we've got Mo Vaughn for the Angels, and then behind that we have a Club 3000 Steve Carlton. I love this insert set. This was spread out across, I think there's 9 of them, if I remember right, spread out across the different Fleer sets in this in 2000. And yeah, there was, I think, 3 for each of the different sets or something like that, the way they spread it out. I don't know, something like that. But they're die cut, they're thick. thicker than usual at least, and I really like them. So we got ours with Steve Carlton for the Phillies. You had to buy different sets to get different players. Billy Wagner for the Astros, AJ Hinch Athletics, Scott Brosius Yankees, Dustin Hermanson Expos, Mark Grudzielanek Dodgers, Michael Barrick Expos, Bob Wickman Brewers, Roy Halladay Blue Jays. I'm gonna turn this light back on and see if this might make these a little bit brighter. Can't use that light usually when the cards are too shiny and they don't show up. Jeremy Burnitz for the Brewers, and then right away I pull a shiny card. Focal points, Juan Gonzalez for Texas, Cliff Floyd, Marlins, Ray Langford, Cardinals, Randy Johnson, Diamondbacks, Sean Casey, Reds, Delano DeShields, Orioles, Chad Allen, Twins, Wilson Alvarez, Rays, Johnny Damon, Royals. All right, so I have a list here of things to check out. Collector Store is definitely one I'll bookmark. I'm getting good reviews on that one. If people have other sites they recommend, I'm all ears. I've ordered from Midwest Sports Cards or something like that. I've got some stuff from them lately that I've been pretty happy with in terms of their speed of shipping. So I do like that. The Reds are trying to blow 8-3 now. Oh dear. It's not over. Masato Yoshi, Rockies. Fred McGriff, Rays. Freddie Garcia, Mariners. David Cone, Yankees. Darren Erstad, Angels. Noma. Garcia Parra, Red Sox. Scott Williamson, Reds. Look at that. A red sock and a red back-to-back. Armando Benitez, Mets. Damian Easley, Tigers. A lot of cards to sort again. Sean Green, Dodgers. Jason Christensen, Pirates. Jay Buhner, Mariners. Tom Goodwin, Rockies. Bobby Abreu, Phillies. Craig Biggio, Astros. Jason Schmidt, Pirates. Bill Mueller, Giants. Wilton Guerrero, Expos. Another checklist card there. Henry Rodriguez, Cubs. Kevin Millwood, Braves. Roberto Hernandez, Rays. Rusty Greer, Rangers. Kyle Farnsworth, Cubs. Matt Manti, Diamondbacks. Richie Sexton, Indians. Joe McEwing, Cardinals. Alex Gonzalez, Marlins. Shane Reynolds, Astros. Nice job with the pronunciation. Yeah, you're not going to get me to do particularly good accents. I think we talked about that last time. I'll try. I'll do my best. Jose Cruz Jr., Blue Jays. Oh, come on. Brian Giles, Pirates. I don't even know if I showed the back of the cards, but the backs are nice. They're team color coordinated, and you also get like a big team logo on the background. So I'm a big fan of the card backs. Like this set. Brett Tomko, Mariners. David Nilsson, Brewers. Andy Ashby, Phillies. Mark Grace, Cubs. Ugueth Urbina, Expos. Miguel Tejada, Athletics. Jose Lima, Astros. Jeff Bagwell, Astros. The YouTube channel is up to 172 subscribers. That's something. I appreciate those of you that have subscribed. I guess that's important for YouTube metrics. Todd Zeal, Mets. Ooh, what is this? We have a Future Vision Lance Berkman for the Astros. Not numbered, but it's got to be one of the better ones in that set without knowing what the checklist is. Lance Berkman, very nice. Steve Finley, Diamondbacks. Desi Relaford, Phillies. Jim Thome, Indians. Mark McGwire, Cardinals. Juan Guzman for the Rays. Tony Clark, Tigers. Chris Singleton, White Sox. Jason Kendall, Pirates. There's a lot of guys in this set that are pictured for one team, but their card denotes them on their new team. So again, as per usual, I would say I always go with what the card says. So well, this one's not really up for debate since he's pictured as an Oriole, but Charles Johnson for the Orioles. Go by the little hats, in other words. Shannon Stewart, Blue Jays. Quentin McCracken, Rays. Kevin Brown, Dodgers. Pete Harnish, Reds. Jeff Jenkins, Brewers. Orlando Rojo, Rockies. Troy Percival, Angels. Mike Lieberthal, Phillies. And Sean Estes for the Giants. Warren Morris, Pittsburgh. Brad Radke, Twins. Tim Hudson, Athletics. Kerry Wood, Cubs. Larry Walker, Rockies. Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox. Jason Giambi for the Athletics. Dan Wilson for the Mariners. And Matt Williams for the Diamondbacks. We're going to get a healthy stack of base cards here, too. All right, as we move into the final stack for tonight. Reminder, next week will be our last week of Breakers Club. Javier Lopez, Braves. We've got a Focal Points, Cal Ripken Jr. We're doing good on the Ripken front here for the Orioles. Livan Hernandez, Giants. Tim Salmon, Angels. Brett Saberhagen, Red Sox. John Valentine, Red Sox. Jeff Weaver, Tigers. Paul Konerko, White Sox. Eric Young, Cubs. And Ken Caminiti for the Astros. What do people think of this set? I like the clean design. Fernando Tatis, Cardinals. Joey Hamilton, Blue Jays. Bobby Higginson, Tigers. Reggie Sanders, Braves. Scott Rowland, Phillies. Mariano Rivera, Yankees. Andrew Jones, Braves. Mike Soroka, White Sox. Cal Ripken Jr., base card for the Orioles. And Bernie Williams for the Yankees. Next pack. Chuck Finley, Indians. Mike Piazza, Mets. Omar Vizquel, Indians. Todd Hundley, Dodgers. Moises Alou, Astros. Robin Ventura, Mets. Ricky Henderson, also for the Mets. Juan Gonzalez for the Rangers. And Joe Randa for the Royals. Barry Bonds, Giants. Pudge Rodriguez, there's our Pudge sighting. Ben was probably starting to think I wasn't going to pull one for the Rangers. Matt Stairs, Athletics. Tim Hudson, Athletics. Andy Pettitte, Yankees. Vladimir Guerrero, Expos. Doug Glanville, Phillies. Gary Sheffield, Dodgers. Sterling Hitchcock, Padres. Rob Nen, Giants. Magglio Ordonez for the White Sox. Adam says he loves the walk down memory lane each week with these late 90s sets, or 2000 in this case. Close enough. Agreed. Oh, I got a one that Ben needed. Excellent. Vinny Castillo, Rays. Rafael Palmeiro, Rangers. Carlos Delgado, Blue Jays. Tom Glavine, Braves. John Valentine, Red Sox. BJ Surhoff, Orioles. John Smoltz, Braves. Jason Giambi, Athletics. Adrian Beltre, Dodgers. Tony Gwynn, Padres. And Kevin Young for the Pirates. I think the late 90s is like my heyday of really being into baseball and knowing all the players and the teams and whatnot. So I also have a fondness for these. Probably why I gravitate towards picking these boxes so often. But again, I also try to do what, take suggestions. So if anyone ever has suggestions, let me know and for future breaks. And also, if you know where I can find said boxes. Oh, we have another Reds update. They've added on 9-3. They're not giving up. David Segui, Blue Jays. Stan Spencer, Padres. I don't remember him. Dean Palmer, Tigers. Royce Clayton, Rangers. Mike Stanley, Red Sox. Greg Maddux, Braves. Wally Joyner, Braves. Jeez. Jose Canseco, Rays. Chipper Jones, Braves. A lot of Braves. And Derek Jeter for the Yankees. That pack felt very Braves heavy. Next pack, Tino Martinez, and we've got something shiny behind him. It's another Focal Points. This time, Jeff Bagwell for Houston. Very shiny cards. Eli Marrero, Cardinals. Al Leiter, Mets. Tony Womack, Diamondbacks. Pokey Reese, Reds. Jeff Shaw, Dodgers. Bartolo Colon, Indians. Ray Durham, White Sox. And Daryl Kyle, Cardinals. Almost done. As always, I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. Makes it fun. Makes it a lot more fun for me. We've got one more night, so hopefully you guys can all make it back next week. Rico Bronya, Phillies. Alex Gonzalez, Blue Jays. Eric Milton, Twins. Carlos Beltran, Royals. Ben Grieve, Athletics. Fernando Vina, Cardinals. Todd Helton, Rockies. Manny Ramirez, Indians. Jason Kendall, Pirates. Mike Hampton, Mets. And then let me know when you want me to start up the next Breakers Club. I usually try to buy some boxes ahead of time so that I actually have some to advertise in the beginning. So my stock is pretty low right now, but I'll try to restock over the next, I don't know, little bit. But suggestions always welcome. Gabe Kapler, Rangers. Jose Offerman, Red Sox. Devin White, Dodgers. Mike Mussina, Orioles. Edwards Guzman for the Giants. Carlos Feebles, Royals. Brian Jordan, Braves. AJ Burnett, Marlins. Troy O'Leary, Red Sox. Roger Clemens, Yankees. And our last pack for tonight. That was a lot of cards. Paul O'Neill starts us off for the Yankees. And behind him is a focal points. Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Nice. Doug McCavich, Twins. Jeff Kent, Giants. Carlos Lee, White Sox. Carlos Feebles, Royals. Hey, there's Frank Thomas's base card for the White Sox. Jose Rosado for the Royals. And second to last card of the break, Barry Larkin from the Reds. And we end with Maglio Ordonez for the White Sox. So there we go. We have a huge stack of base cards there. Pretty fun box. Was kind of hoping that we'd pull one of the rare autographs or memorabilia cards, though they were possible in this set, but they weren't guaranteed. So we didn't get that, but we did get lots of nice base cards. Really like that design. And a fun night. I think that's going to do it for tonight. Like I said, I do appreciate those of you that have subscribed. So if you haven't, please do so. Also, it should notify you when we go live, which is kind of helpful for some people. But otherwise, have a good night, everybody. I've got some more sorting to do before next week. And, I did post a box recap on the blog from last week. I did the Upper Deck Collector's Choice. Let me see if I can't quickly link that for those that don't know. That just went live today. Actually, I wrote it a couple of days ago, but I scheduled it for today so I could remember to tell people. So there's that. I don't know if that link will work in the chat. It should. So if you want to see that and some of my thoughts on that particular box from last week, and I'll probably do a recap of at least one of these boxes this week, though I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, that's it for tonight. Have a lovely evening, and thanks again, truly, for hanging out with me tonight. It makes it so much more fun with the chatting and the updates and the corrections and the additional information about the insert sets, the whole thing. I mean it. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. So thank you, and have a good night. I'm out.